We need to stop telling kids they can be whatever they want to be. Hold up, just hear me out. I'm not saying we should destroy the dreams of kids. But I'm absolutely in favor of not overinflating a child's hopes to the point where they can't cope with any future failure. We should be realistic with children from a very young age. Say things like, "You can do so much, the future has so many possibilities for you, anything else besides the false promise of you can be literally anything you want to be." I think it would help kids understand that while they have so much potential, there are some things they can't control. Edit. I know edits can be annoying, but thanks for my first ever silver. Edit. First gold. Thank you. I remember I used to want to be a Mexican wrestler. My parents were like, "Oh, that's nice. Who are you to tell me I can't be a princess someday? I want to be a dragon." And was disappointed as to how literally impossible that was. I think I took their words too literally. Popular. I read something recently about this. The theory was, if you tell kids they can be anything, you end up with a generation so overwhelmed with options that they are paralyzed with indecisiveness. To tag along with this, can we remove the comment, "If you work hard enough, you'll get it"? Sometimes, you put in all the work, all the effort, you've saved and starved yourself at the same time just to reach the goal. But then your check engine light comes on, and you don't make it. For as much as I want to tell a child then can succeed, simultaneously knowing that you can fail is important. When I was a little girl, I told everyone I wanted to be a ballerina. Now here I am, getting a college degree in dance performance and dancing at a professional level. I think all the time about how proud baby me would be, but also I'm scared of not being able to make enough money to support myself. So I guess I'm glad people encouraged me, but also I don't know how my life is gonna go. I think this is a non-issue. Kids grow and realize that eventually. I think the other way around causes much more issues. For instance, I was raised in a poor neighborhood and the public schools are really awful here. Besides the lack of funds and resources, the teachers and people on the school always had that defeatist mindset. They looked at children and a lot of them made it clear that no one there would achieve anything. That I think is much more damaging than letting children frustrate themselves. I have a genuine question. At what point does realism and practicality start to become fatalism? Don't get me wrong, I am a full proponent of being realistic. If I end up having kids, for example, I want to help them develop caution and consideration. If they want to be the most famous, successful, and best artist of their time, they should be aware of the fact that such an endeavor will require enormous amounts of effort, time, dedication, and involve inevitable disappointments. They should then further ask themselves if they are prepared to do all of this. Further still, they should be aware of the nature of what they're striving for. That is their aspiration motivated by intrinsic reward, or extrinsic? Why? How do they define success? What consequences could that have on life satisfaction? And so on. At the same time, I don't want them to mistake difficulty for impossibility. I feel like if we begin to ascribe inherence, permanence, and insurmountability to our shortcomings and or circumstances, we are again failing to cope with failure. Becoming less popular with time. Kids are connected to the internet these days and are aware of the world anyway, so it's not as if they're sheltered. Kids should be kids and kids should dream. With hard work you can probably do 90% of things. However, genetics, finances, family history, location, health, etc. play a role. My kid might end up being 5'6" max when he grows up, so aside from the 1 to 2 players in NBA history that ever really made it at that height, I'm probably not gonna be promoting that path, lol. For me, my parents told me I could never be anything and that I was worthless. I ended up dropping out of school, but I kind of used that and my parents as motivation to strive for better. I'm intelligent, a fast learner, talk the talk, and now I'm a GM at a restaurant and have been for a year. I'm very good at it and I love it. I think the message has been lost or misinterpreted over the years. My theory is that it meant you can pursue any career you want, rather than literally do anything. This also goes along with follow your dreams bullshit. Hear me out, I am not saying to stop your dreams, but instead, we need to tell people to be realistic about going after their dreams. First, you need to be able to survive, so yes, you can make pottery, but maybe you should pursue a real degree in something more demanding so you can self-sustain yourself, then pursue the dream of pottery on the side as a hobby. If you are good and start making money from that hobby, slowly move to full-time selling potter. However, most just jump right into some bullshit dream thinking they will make it big and survive, but in reality, no, they are now dependent on the government or others and are mostly whiny people in the world wondering what went wrong. The statement isn't necessarily untrue, it's just oversimplified. The problem is that those telling kids don't tell the kids how much effort it takes, how much discipline, how important it is to have the right people in your life for support, encouragement, etc. I truly believe with hard work, dedication, and little luck you can get just about anywhere in life that isn't Bill Gates level. But here's the thing. By telling kids throughout their life that they will inherit the world and they are able to do whatever they want and to follow their dreams yada yada, you set them up for failure. The sad fact is, very few people have the willpower and discipline to achieve their goals, and it's hard work. But we hand down false hope all the way through the education system right up until university that it's near-handed to you once you get a good education. That's just a lie. We need to prepare some kids for the fact they aren't cut out for academia, or that being a games developer is not all it cracks up to be. I feel that so many kids/young adults are dissatisfied and disappointed with their situation or outcome because they have an expectation that was entirely unrealistic, and that's society's fault. Some people are going to have to be binmen, janitors, fast food people. They should be paid a decent wage, but the difficult truth is some kids will end up in those low-paying jobs because that's how the cookie crumbles and no other reason. I'd consider myself to be an optimist and a lefty. But this has always bugged me. I will never, in reality, live up to my childhood goals and the expectations set on name by my parents and teachers, and it's personally left me with a bit of an inferiority complex that has me overworking myself in every job I do. Let's just tell it to them straight, life's a bitch and then you die. That's what sociopaths do. Sell their kids a dream and then send them out into the real world unprepared with no guidance. It's truly sick. Like, if you have to lie to your kid about reality, maybe you shouldn't be bringing them into this mess to begin with. Just a thought, weirdos. Holy shit, does this ever describe the situation with my nephew? When he was 5, everyone in the family thought it was cute that he wanted to be an NBA player. Now he's 15, still tells everyone his plan is to be an NBA player when he grows up, and he's a bench warmer on his high school team. His parents, my brother and his wife, still say, "Hey, that's great, follow your dream." And I'm like, are you people blind? Your son is short and unathletic. He's not going to be an NBA player. I've tried to steer him in a different direction by saying things to him like, it's great that you have a passion for basketball. Maybe when you go to college you should major in education and become a high school teacher and high school basketball coach. But his parents are still telling him to follow his NBA dream. Realistic expectations. Work hard and go far. Have talent but also practice. Not everyone will like you or what you do, but forget them and keep going. Don't give participation awards. My kids hate them. I'm paraphrasing. Being a pop star and telling kids they can make it too is like a lottery winner telling people they should invest all their money in lottery tickets. Bo Burnham about something Taylor Swift said. Let's tell kids that if you work hard and are either very intelligent or your family has a lot of money you can use, you can be almost anything you want when you grow up. Maybe. I don't think it's so much kids having their dreams, as it is parents/society having expectations for them to succeed. We need to stop with high and unrealistic expectations. Hard work and dedication are very important, but they alone aren't enough to land you career success in most cases. The truth is, certain things that are out of your control are things that employers can, and will, hold against you. Disability, race, background, and physical appearance are things that companies do discriminate on. Even though it's illegal in the U.S. to discriminate based on race and disability, companies still do it. They just do it sneakily. They'll say that you're just not fit for the job or that you don't fit in with the culture, even though what they're really saying is that they don't want to deal with what your disability brings. It's no question that a supermodel with a millionaire family is going to fare way easier and have better opportunities than an ugly person from a poor family. So while we should teach kids to work hard and live up to the maximum potential, we also need to be realistic with them about how unfair the world can be. The world should be fair and it should give everyone an equal chance to succeed, but it just isn't right now. Respectfully, I disagree. Kids do need to know that they can be whatever they want to be an engineer, a baseball player, a writer, an artist, a Fortnite pro player, whatever. I think that's one of the things that drove me when I was a kid. I saw Stephen Hawking and Neil deGrasse Tyson, and many other insanely cool physicists and scientists and thought, wow, I want to be just like them, and my parents fully supported me. They never said, well, listen here kiddo, you need to get your PhD if you want to do the cool cutting-edge physics research, then keep working as a postdoc for 4 to 5 more years, then hopefully you land a job. Kids need a sense of wonder and opportunity.